Okay, so in today's episode, I'll be making one of my famous barbacoa recipe that is super easy to put together and full of flavor. If you're new here, welcome. If not, welcome back. My name is Sylvia. Let's jump right into it. I have some Guajillo chiles that I had went with the scissors and cut them open and removed the seeds. So we do not want any seeds in these Guajillo chiles. So I have some ribeyes over here that I'm going to be cutting into chunks, but feel free to use beef cheeks, brisket, any fatty beef portion that you can use for this recipe will work just as good. So this is the size I'm using for the ribeye. So I was trying to keep them about the same size because you don't want one piece to cook faster than the other. Okay guys, so what I'm gonna do is place them in this bowl. Now season the meat with only salt at this point. Okay, now let's move over to the stove. So I am using a cast iron. I am going to add about a tablespoon of vegetable oil to it over medium-high heat. And I am going to sear my beef until they are nice and brown on all sides. After 3 minutes, I am going to flip them over. So this is how they're looking after 6 minutes. That is perfect. So you can go ahead and remove them now. I just placed my second batch of meat. So I am going to sear them for 6 minutes. So I went and placed my meat in a heavy bottom pot. So now I'm going to sprinkle it with some black pepper, cumin. I have some garlic cloves here. Add your bay leaves and my Guajillo chilies and your beef broth. So guys, just make sure that your chilies are submerged with the water because you want them to be nice and tender and not dry, okay? So go ahead and turn your heat up to medium and we're going to allow this to come to a boil before we place them in the oven. Okay guys, so now that it's boiling, I am going to turn off the stove and preheat your oven to 300 degrees and we are going to cover this back up and place it in the oven. We're going to cook this for 5 to 6 hours. Okay guys, after 3 hours, this is how it's looking. It's looking great. So what I'm gonna do now is pull out all the Guajillo peppers and place them in a blender. So we still have 2 more hours to cook these. So I am going to place them back in the oven and cook them for another 2 hours. Now to the blender, I am going to add half a Maggie cube and 1/4 cups of beef broth. Now I am going to blend this until it is completely smooth. So after we got it completely smooth, we are going to pass it through a strainer. So this is the reason we put this through a strainer, because we do not want all the skin in the meat. Now take a look at this sauce. It looks really good. So I am going to set this aside. Okay guys, I just pulled this out of the oven. So we still have about an hour left on these. So what I'm going to do now is take our Guajillo paste and just pour it right on top of the meat. So I'm just going to give this a good toss with that Guajillo paste so it's fully covered. And then we're going to place it back in the oven for another hour. Okay guys, this is how it's looking. It looks great, so I'm going to place this in the oven now for an hour. So I just pulled our barbacoa out of the oven. This was a slow process to perfection, guys. Look how tender this is. And we are just going to shred this. Okay guys, this is the moment we've been waiting for. I have some homemade cilantro ranch dressing. I have some onions, my barbacoa is ready, and some corn tortillas. So I am going to make some tacos. So let's dig in. I'm going to add some onions and my amazing homemade cilantro ranch dressing, and I'll be leaving a link up in this corner for you guys. First bite, here we go. Oh my gosh. This is amazing, guys. Thank you so much for spending some time with me, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.